Welcome back. This is War 4. We've matched HCAR today, and we are playing with 29 guys. One of our BG1 members was stuck in the ice storms in Canada, so he is without power, without Wi-Fi, and very, very spotty cell service. So I hope they resolve that situation soon, and I hope he is doing okay. My team today is going to be Warlock, S99, and Nick Fury. And I'm going to be starting out on Path 4 in Section 1. My first fight is going to be a Void, and I'm going to be taking him with Nick Fury. And I used a Power Star 1 for this fight, and I absolutely did not need to. I had to go to bed early, and I was trying to get my fights done. So I was being kind of quick about doing them, and I used a PS1, not even thinking that I could just heavy to remove the heal block debuff, and it was kind of a waste of a PS1, but whatever, it is what it is. So basic strat for this one is just knock him down a ton. Any knockdowns with Fury purifies debuffs, and when you purify a debuff on this node, you get the Fury from the node, and it deals a chunk of damage. So I have max deep wounds on, and it's pretty much the basic gist of the fight. He's going to go down here in a second. Very quick fight with Fury. Very safe fight. And then next up I have Maw on 25. I'm going to be taking him with S99 without the anti-venom synergy. And this isn't one of those fights where you would need that synergy, so he's still a perfect counter without it to Maw, because the only way that you can actually get degen is if you get hit by something from him, whether it be a heavy or a special 1, special 2, whatever. So I'm gonna knock him down here just so I don't have to deal with Falter, and I can try to finish the fight a little bit quicker than normal. Bait this special 1 out. Don't really care about the power sting. Just gonna launch the special anyway. Barely does any damage. Then I'm going to try to finish him before I even hit the first Falter, because his focus has come back now. Bait this special out. Down he goes. And now continuing on Path 4 in Section 2, I have this Spider Pig here. I'm going to be taking him with Fury. And again, I used a PS1 in a bad spot. I shouldn't have used a PS1 for this fight. It's not needed. It's actually for the Havok fight following this one. But you don't want to hold on to a bar of power against Spider Pig. And as soon as I started the fight, I realized that I should have just waited to put the PS1 on. So I threw the special 1 right away. So the basic strat for this fight, anytime you get a special 1, you want to launch it immediately. And you want to counter his special 1s with a heavy attack so that you can remove the debuffs so he doesn't stay unblockable. Otherwise, it's a hell of a fight if you get an unblockable Spider Pig, because you can't parry him and you can't knock him down unless you have a special, and you don't want to hold on to your specials. So as long as you heavy counter his special 1, you'll never run into that issue, and it becomes a very easy, pretty standard fight. Just got to bait this special out from him. Counter with the heavy. And now I'm unblockable, so I'm just going to finish it off. I'm not going to try to bait that last special out. And then next up here, I have Havok. I'm going to be taking him with Warlock. I put tech boosts on for this one. Not because it needs it, but I just wanted to make the fight as fast as possible. I enjoy fast fights, and tech boosts are relatively easy to stay stocked up on, because I don't really use Warlock too often. I'd say I probably use him maybe 4 to 5 wars a season, so it's not too bad to stay full on them. And that was a very quick fight. Next up, I have this WeaponX here on 53, and I'm going to be taking him with Warlock. Now, the tricky part in this fight is because WeaponX regens, and because I can't stun him, there's going to come a moment where I need him to throw a special to activate his Berserk mode, and if he doesn't throw it, I'm literally going to have to activate it by pushing him to 25 stacks of rage and not getting hit when he goes unstoppable, unblockable. So this first go around, I got him to throw the special, and now he's really aggressive, so I'm just backdrafting him, trying to get him to throw specials when I can, and trying not to accidentally parry on a backdraft. So right here, gonna hit his block, bait the heavy out for an opening, and the fight's going really good. I'm staying in control with it, but it's going to get to the end of the fight. He's going to only have a couple percent left on his health, and he's not going to have a special to throw, so I'm going to have to trigger Berserk without getting hit. And that's coming up here in a second. It's definitely a very manageable fight. I put an invuln on for it right there. So I pushed him into Berserk, backed off. Now, just going to take him down with a little pat on the forehead. And then last up here, I have Cassie Lang. Now, I've never fought Cassie before. I did not do the EQ with Cassie in it. So I had to go watch Abe's video when he fought her on Buffet to see her animations and to see how he punished her special attacks. And after watching it, I decided that I was going to use as many parries as I could on this node because it is limber, and I was going to push her to special 2 for openings because I liked punishing the special 2 from the looks of his video. I felt like it was really easy, and it's going to end up being an interesting one because it's the first time that I've fought her, first time that I've seen her heavy attack or tried to punish it and all that fun stuff. It's going to go relatively smoothly. I am going to lose some health from, I think I get hit a couple times, and I think the degen is going to tick me away for a little bit, but it does end up being a long fight. It's more of an annoying fight than a difficult one. So right there I punished late. Have the spacing for the heavy down now, and I just want to stick to throwing special ones just so that I can keep my tactical charges up so she doesn't evade, and it just becomes a very simple fight. And I'm going to let this one play out and let it finish, and then I'm going to come back at the end. All right, so we did end up winning this one, 150-1 to, I think, 150-16. Yeah. Good luck to HCAR for the rest of their season, and thank you very much for watching.